Let's get to it. 51 days. That's how long it's been since Highway Patrol Trooper Steve Odie Meyer fell more than 30 feet from an overpass on I-80 trying to stop a suspect. Today he opened up about his injuries, struggles, and hopes about his recovery. He was putting down spike strips on February 13th trying to stop that suspect. Trooper Meyer said he took a big step back and fell more than 30 feet from the overpass. What happened next was just a first of what he says were many miracles that day.
I was unconscious at that point and said I wasn't breathing at that point. But I was able to, the DPS guys, between the helicopter pilot and our assistant in the back, were able to they just made a decision to load me and go. And that's what saved my life, really. So a miracle there, right? If they wouldn't have taken me when they did, I didn't have that much longer left to go.
And just prompt, I mean, I can't imagine this 30 feet backwards there. Myers suffered 15 fractures in his pelvis. It may need hip replacement as well in the near future. He landed on his left side, which is still very weak. His head landed in a bush. This is what actually may have saved his life. His ribs are healing nicely, which is great news. Shoulder still needs more work down the road. But the injury that left him with just minutes to live, that was his heart.
It slid basically outside of the sack and under my armpit, and just having that repaired was a miracle in itself. Miracle after miracle has happened, so I'm just waiting to see what the next one is.
Wow, he survived.
Yeah, miracle after miracle, prompt response. I mean, having that bush there as well.
I mean, he wants to get back to work, too. I listened to this full interview because I'm just fascinated by not only his recovery, but he mentioned some longer-standing health concerns. He's obviously not a young guy, and he references that in the conversation. He wants to continue working to fulfill kind of the benefit in his tenure for insurance purposes and everything, to kind of go out on a high note. But really, everything working in his favor after the fall that day. And you know what? The DPS helicopter typically doesn't do a medical transport, but I'm glad they just went against the grain and did what they had to do to save his life. Because another part of the conversation is that the Air Life or Air Med, the other helicopter, wasn't even off the ground yet. And that could have been a matter of minutes. In a matter of minutes, could have been life or death for him. Yeah,
I mean, he's truly grateful. He says he's grateful to have, for his wife, the community, and all the doctors as well. He says he's still learning how to do simple tasks like washing his hands, brushing his teeth, getting dressed. But his main goal is to walk again, and as you mentioned, to get back to work. And he hopes to get there in about 6 years or so. He's a 30-year veteran. I mean,
Motor Squad, too.
Yeah.
Rolls up on the bike. I mean, what can you say about somebody who's given that life of service to our community and to be able to live another day after something like that? It's miraculous.
Yes, it is.